Go. Go.
Hi Myst FGO.
Go. Go.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Go. Go.
Hi.
Hello everyone, how's it going?
Go.
Welcome to the
Go.
first stream
You
of the week. I am back after a bit of an extended leave or so. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna stream today either, but I kind of wanted to, because one, I like streaming, and two, it's fun to do some, pre-tier list prep talk as usual. I did that last time as well last year. Usually on the stream just before it. So that is the main purpose of today's stream. Now, this will be a shorter stream. I can already tell you that. Because sadly, my throat has not gotten better.
Go.
Oh,
In
9
fact,
months. I finally become SSR viewer. Wow.
it has probably gotten worse. So yeah, pretty bad stuff. I think I got sick. I think that's what it is. I think originally it was because I was using my voice too much and drinking too much fizzy stuff. And then I trying to drink more water and relaxing a bit more helped with that. But then I think I seriously got ill, like I have a cold or something, because my nose is a bit runny and my throat feels like shit every day I wake up. So yeah, that's signs of me being sick, I think. So it is what it is. I'm still obviously gonna try and go through with today's and tomorrow's stream especially, but we'll see what happens after that. Needless to say, my throat is not in a very healthy position right now, you know. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna have a fun time anyway. Transferring tier list for last week 24 was a mistake. Well, not really, because I there's no way I could have done the tier lists on Friday when JP got its Valentine's. Like, it was never gonna work out like that. The list itself will be a full stream and probably then some, so yeah. It had to be this way. Anyway, hopefully you guys are at least having a nice little Thursday. And hopefully no one is sick like I am. And let's have a little fun, chill time together, today. Would be nice. First of all, got some resubs. Who do we got? Sulaiman with the 7 months. Anix with the 19 months. Miku with the 39. And Magnifico with the 15. And finally, Watery with the 9 months. Welcome back to the Go Gang, everyone. Thank you so much. You got a cold too? Yeah, I feel that, man. Alright. Yeah, I even right now, I'm like having a couple of cough drops. Just to help a little bit with, you know, talking. Because otherwise I will like, constantly have to clear my throat anyway. It is what it is, but it's not the worst right now, luckily. On mornings it's the worst when I wake up. Like, I feel like my throat is a desert. Like, it's like so dry, I can't even, it feels like I can't even breathe through it sometimes. But, you know, that's usually the worst. I'm not going to roll one over the Saber rate up patterns in preparation for tomorrow. No, I will not. Alright, so I'm on NA right now. We might do some JP today as well, because I am more or less going to be down with NA. Right here, in fact, I'm like less than 50k away from completing the ladder. And the shop is also fully done. The reason why I'm here, because normally I wouldn't even have to be here, right? Because, you know, I'm done with the event, is because I still don't have a CE drop. So, I'm trying to get that now, I guess. I have not gotten a single drop on it. It's not like the CE is must MLB. For people, like, unless your account is like brand new and you're really lacking on 5-star CEs, I wouldn't really recommend going for it. I'm only doing it because I'm a collector here. It's not a, I'm probably never going to use the CE, honestly. Even if I MLB it, I'm probably never going to use it. But I'm a collector and I don't want to have like 4 copies of it in my inventory. In fact, the best thing for me to do right now is probably to find a Castoria with a Bond CE. Also, if anyone's watching this that has me on their NA list, Castoria with the tea time would be great, because I don't need the points anymore. In fact, I should change my own party to match that as well. 90++ cubs in JP. I'm using Queen EO. I tried originally with Johanna, but MP1 isn't good enough. It's way too little. So I'm doing it with EO. It's a bit scuffed, but it's not that bad. It's actually very doable. You probably have an even easier time, Cadillac, because you have the grilled version. So you have that going for you.
Go. Go.
You still don't understand why they don't alternate between giving you 4 and 5 CU copies. It's so stupid. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's just like sometimes they want to be nice and sometimes they're like, fuck you, play the game and get lucky. It's kind of weird. Hey, Crowley with the 20 months. Welcome back to the Go Gang. And Rose with the 34 as well. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Go Gang as well. So I'm using Saito to loop this. It's most of the time it's a 4-turn clear. Because, you know, I can't face card the second mob on wave 3 in 1 turn. But that's fine. I don't mind it. It's kind of fun being able to use a single target looper, you know? Because not often can you do this with single target, where you just literally fully refund from a from an MP. Like it fully loops. It's pretty beautiful. I was using First Ascension. Yeah, why would I? I mean, don't get me wrong, Devil May Cry is cool and all, but you're talking to like one of the bigger Shinsengumi Sims in the game. You realize that, right? So of course I'm gonna use the Shinsengumi Ascension. Really, Water? That's kind of surprising. I think most people dislike Ascension 3 because of the hair. So if you like it because of the hair, that's a first. People tend to really dislike his hair here. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best looking hair I've ever seen. but I still like the Shinsengumi vibe going, so I don't mind. It's very fluffy here. So yeah, now the hunt for the CE drop is on. Anyway, so yeah, as you guys might know if you have not been living under a rock, and I just talked about as well, tomorrow I'm gonna do the Saber tier list. It's gonna be the first of the 2023 class tier lists. We're gonna do the same order as usual. Knights, Cavalry, and then Extra. Very cool. I'm actually excited. In fact, this year I'm not even that nervous because of the actual feedback or like how the reception will be. Because last year it was actually pretty good. Most people seem to like it, and the videos did really well. So I'm not really worried about that. What I'm most worried about is the condition of my throat. So here's hoping I don't like, you know, fully mess up my voice. But I am still excited to do them because they are fun to do, you know. They're a lot of fun. Do I remember Trunk Sister's skills at all? I remember a little bit. There's some similarities between Dioskuri as well. It's like a fusion of like Dioskuri and Benienma from what I remember. Pretty much. But yeah, we'll be talking about the Sabers today on stream. Probably not going to cover every single Saber today, obviously, because some of them are pretty straightforward. But some of the ones I don't have the most experience with, I'll be talking about today. Will Plushie will be there? Yes. At least he hasn't said that he has to cancel. We already agreed that he's gonna be there. I'll give him a reminder as well after today. So yeah, Plushie will be doing it with me live. It's gonna be nice not being having to do everything myself. So it's nice to have someone to, you know, someone who's also very experienced in the game to talk with in the voice chat and whatnot. I'll still have the final say, obviously, because it's my list. He's free to make his own if he wants to. But yeah, I'll definitely value his opinion regardless, and he can definitely sway my decision making as well. Much like you guys. I'll still read chat mostly during the placements, but besides that, it's mostly just gonna be doing the list. Is Summer Okita now stronger than her rivals like Muramasa Ibuki? You mean Summer Okitan, because Summer Okita is an assassin. I assume you mean Summer Okita Alter, you know? A bit of a correction there. Do I think she is stronger than her rivals after quick meta farm buff? It's hard to say, honestly. Ibuki might be the best one. Might just be the best one. Of those three. But it's hard to say. If anything, good old reliable Arteria is still like amazing, right? If we want to include her in the conversation as well. Yeah, so probably surpassed Burabasa, right? Well, I don't know about that, honestly. Like, the thing is, he's much more free-to-play friendly, right? And for a 1-star, he's like amazing, obviously. Very much so. Yeah, he's amazing for a 1-star servant.
Hey man, just wanna tell you I appreciate your content.
Yo, Monten, thank you for the lead dono, though. Dude, thank you, man. Well, that's a rare dono, but you know, I'll take it, dude. Thanks. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a lot of content on the way as well, regarding all this tier list stuff, etc. So yeah, real briefly more about Yasten. He's obviously even better than last year because of his MP buff. And I believe the numbers, like, you would need an MP2 fully MLB Black Grail Muramasa to actually beat him, right? I think that's the requirement. Otherwise, Yasen actually does more damage with his MP, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So for a 1-star to be able to rival a limited 5-star on farming is kind of crazy. Now, obviously, outside of farming, there is no, you know, competition. You would never use... honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, and this is gonna be a theme this year as well. I'm gonna try and be more savage. I'm just gonna flat out say, you would never use Yasen outside of farming. Absolutely not. absolutely terrible outside of farming. I'm just completely real with you. I don't see a reason why I would ever bring him outside of farming. You can if you want to, nothing's stopping you, especially if you have a Geralt version, but I just don't ever see a reason to bring him outside of farming. Why trying to be savage? Because it's gonna be more realistic, right? Like, I could say, like, oh, Yasun can be okay on bosses as well. Yeah, but there's no point, right? There's no point. Even among the free units, there's gonna be, like, 10 better ones you could pick against bosses. So you would never do that. So why wouldn't I be savage this time, you know? So, yeah. That's something, I guess.
Oh no.
Blind Mordred multi. Okay, we'll do that at some point as well. But yeah, farming, he's amazing. That's for sure. And obviously my criteria is still mostly the same as last year. So having said that, it doesn't matter if he is not a great against bosses. I will be mostly placing him based on his best role, again, which is farming. So yeah, it doesn't really matter if he sucks on bosses. You think Keisuke will be interesting to talk about? Yeah, for sure. I do think he's not like an amazing support. And I'm not even sure if I would ever really pick him too much outside of Shinsengumi stuff. But he's an interesting unit for sure. Very interesting. In fact, he's the latest Saber added into the game. Fun fact.
Oh my god, what?
Have I tried Saber hooks on the node? No, I have not. Is she better? When is the last time you used Charlie? Around Trom, honestly. When around his release. I just default to Summer Okitan instead, you know? I like my waifu more. But I'm sure Charlie is still good, you know? Almost a year ago. Yeah, pretty much. Do I think Keisuke is alright overall? Alright, let me pull up his kit here, actually. I have the wiki open as well. I'm gonna take a quick look at his skills here as well. His first skill is actually good. It's a bit... I wish it was a 5-turn cooldown, but it's good. Second skill, I wish it was AoE on the card buffs. It's kind of a shame. It's like, even the battery is self-only. So, it's a bit annoying. I wish that was AoE as well. His supporting presence would be so much higher. But so be it. And then the third skill, so it's the part, it's like David's Harp of Healing, basically. It's very similar. It does a heal, it does a specific type of cleanse, and it gives you a party one-hit evasion. Is he limited? You're coping hard. I think he is. Yeah, he is limited. Yeah, he is. Sadly. But to be, now that I think about it, isn't every Shinsengumi servant limited or welfare? That's true, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's true. So, yeah, I guess they wanted to keep up with that theme. And then his MP, attack, stars per turn, crit damage for Shinsengumi, and then a small battery. Like, he makes sense on paper, right? He definitely makes sense. But now, if I want to be again... oh yeah, done with point ladder. If I want to be savage again, especially considering he's limited, do I ever see a reason to pick him, like, over another support? Maybe with Shinsengumi members. He's probably quite a bit better. It's not a huge difference, by the way. You only miss out on basically crit damage. That's it. That's it. He's not like as specific as like Nobukatsu. You only lose on the crit damage from the MP. Everything else you can do with everyone else. So it's not a big deal when you think about it. Why not 3-turn? Because this is a comp I want to run. I might as well bond up Saito while doing this, because I like him. There's my caster is in bot 10. Yeah, you are correct, because I when on the last 2 lotteries I could do a comp on both, which didn't use my own Castoria for 3 turning. So I did that. So that's why my if even one of those used the Castoria, she would be Bond 10. Long gone. So yeah. Because I could swap her out, she's not Bond 10. I think Keisuke is really outmatched compared to Lanling. I wouldn't say it's a big win for Lanling though. Yeah. I think in terms of offense, I would probably go with Keisuke. Probably. It's not a big difference though in terms of that, but overall Lanling might just be better, and obviously there's also the fact that you know, he is permanent and Keisuke is limited, so it's easier to get more MP levels. Not that it matters a whole lot, but yeah, that also is a small factor to be considered. Wow, I got dicked. Whoa. Alright. Who's next? What about Summer Gareth? I kind of forgot what she does. From what I remember, she was like one of the only Summer 7 units that wasn't amazing gameplay-wise. Like, most of the Summer 7 units are really amazing, but Gareth, from what I remember, wasn't all that amazing. You got an SSR for every 162 courts on the Anno banner? I'm not surprised you did the math, honestly. So, Summer Gareth, Self Arts Buster Stars. At least that's on a 5-turn cooldown, so that's not bad. Skill 1 is okay. Oh yeah, she has a targeted Guts. That's kind of weird considering she's supposed to be like a, you know, a main DPS herself, right? Interesting. Well, it's nice utility, I guess. And then she has Stars per turn and then Sunlight Field. So skill 2 is, it's okay. It's alright. Not bad. Skill 3. Another red buff. Battery. And then does burns. That's on a 6-turn cooldown. That's kind of weak. That should be a 5-turn cooldown. I don't see a reason why that is a 6-turn cooldown. I don't get it. Should definitely be a 5-turn cooldown. Hey Eden, thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back to the go again. No, you can just submit again, Gandalf. Just remember to do your, you know, exact name, and then I can just eliminate duplicates. So don't worry about it. All right, then what about the MP? There's no normal effects on. Wow, she has 0 normal effects on the MP on 2023. Does anyone else released last year? Was anyone else missing normal effects? It only does damage. That's it. There's no other normal effect. And then the overcharge is attack before damage and another attack before damage on Sunfield. Both 1 turn each.
Adios, amigo.
Wow. That is a basic MP. Hey Robbie1, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back to the So yeah, she doesn't scream all that great, honestly. Oh yeah, and her attack was pretty. It's barely over 8,000 as a 4-star, which is definitely lower end as well. So that's kind of weird. She doesn't feel like she's a 2022 servant, honestly. Damn. At least she's cute. Sadly, won't help her in the tier list with cuteness, but okay. Is Blushy here today as well? Probably not. I never told him about this. If he wants to, he can be here though. We'll be definitely talking through the stream tomorrow though. She's average, not bad, but not great either. I would agree with that. She looks like she's okay. She looks okay, and that's about it. I would maybe say slightly above average, just because there's several effects that she does, but nothing is like really good. So it's just slightly above average for AoE Sabers. I guess you could brute force her to Oberon loop with the battery, but it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be very ugly. Her damage numbers will be terrible, so I can probably already discount the farming. It's not gonna happen. The music is menacing. So yeah, Summer Gareth, not that great. What about Roland? He's permanent, actually. I should know, because he spooks me quite a bit. Roland, Mr. 4 stars. He's also AoE, right? So, and Buster. No, he's single target, I'm stupid. But yeah, Buster for sure. Buster, Mr. Naked Guy. Honestly, I haven't used him that much, but I have MP5 on JP. Because he loves me. That bad really loves me. Do I love him though? I don't know yet. His attack is at least decent. Compared to Gareth, that's nice. He's got an invul, a defense up, and then MP. Yeah, I always now I remember this. I always found his first skill weird. Because you get a 1 turn invul, but you also get a 100% defense up. But both are 1 turn. So unless the enemy has invul pierce, the defense is kind of useless. So then it's basically a 1 turn invul with a 20% battery and a 6 turn cooldown. Which is pretty weak in modern standards, I would say. That's on the weaker side of 1 turn invuls. Oh my god, I never picked Tammy, whoops. Well, there goes another seal. It's okay though. How's my health? Everything is good besides my throat, which is suffering, sadly. And it's a big problem considering what I do for my job. So yeah, skill 1 seems a bit meh. Skill 2, 3 turns of Buster, decent numbers, self-cleanse, reduces own charm resistance. Oh, alright, he has an AoE enemy strip on command. Wow, I forgot about. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's actually really nice. Dude, AoE buff removal, full buff removal on a skill is still rare to this day. It is still rare. It is a good effect to have. So that on a 6 turn cooldown is actually, that's a 4-star skill. Wow. That's actually really good for a 4-star. That would be better than a lot of SSR skills. Absolutely. So skill 2 is definitely really good. Skill 3, Star Bomb, absorb for 1 turn, a very small insignificant battery, and then a small self-damage, which doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, it's a 3 turn cooldown. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, okay. It's interesting. Not bad either. And then his MP ignores invul before damage for 1 turn. Great. And then, ooh, right, he gets both attack and crit damage before damage for 3 turns, 20% base. Wow, his MP is actually really good. That's a great MP. Wow. And again, he's permanent, so MP copies might be a bit feasible. Wow. Yeah, Rama is definitely crying. I would say even Watanabe is crying. I don't know. I feel like he's even better than Watanabe, honestly. I would say so, yeah. Because unless you have the niches like fighting Oni or Demonic or something, I would probably pick Roland for sure, yeah. Hey Alex, thanks for the 25. Welcome back to the Go Gang. Yeah, Roland, honestly, he seems good. He seems really good. Has double Buster, double Arts on his kit as well, so getting the MP shouldn't be impossible. Alright. Hey, Rem Main, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Go Gang. Also, I may have missed the sub earlier, so Robbie1, thanks for the 7 months if I missed that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I never really see anyone using Roland, honestly. But I think he should be used. He looks nice. But yeah, as a reminder, today's stream is gonna be short, by the way. I can already feel my voice dying. Oh no. Dude, tomorrow is gonna be brutal. Oh no. I'm gonna prepare so much stuff, dude. Alright, who's next? You know what, let's talk about Charlie. Might as well. Because I really haven't used him that much, but I know he is good though. He's AoE quick, can loop, can DPS, good base attack, double quick, double arch deck, probably makes sense. Okay, so Charlie. So his first, oh yeah, he has a really weird skill set, right? Okay. So if he himself doesn't have invul, he gives an ally an invul that is similar to Rhinus's invul. Self MP gain. Grants a buff. Oh yeah, he has the like the Jinako passive, or not Jinako, fucking Super Bunyan type special trait passive thingy from his first skill. Not on a passive like Bunyan, but he has his like heroic king thingy. Oh yeah, I remember this now. So yeah, he gets MP damage from that, I guess. Yep. So wait, it says. So wait, does he only get those stacks if he has invul, or does he only do more damage with those stacks if he has invul? Which one is it? The wording isn't clear on the wiki. Does it affect the damage or the gains of the stacks? Oh. Is the oh wait, is the if condition for the MP seal? Oh, okay. It was like the line break was in an awkward position, so it was a bit misleading. Yeah, he will definitely be compared to Okita's Saber for sure, yeah. The first one, Percy. He does more damage with the attack, he steals into his invul. Yeah, true. So, seems to be a pretty okay skill. He doesn't have taunt, does he? No. So, him getting those stacks is a bit random as well. But it does. The stacks do last for 5 turns. And so does the effect of getting them. So, it's a 6-turn cooldown. So, you're gonna have that buff up most of the time anyway. It seems. Probably Volmar. Probably. Oh, you're right. The MP gain is actually 5 turns. Wow. I never noticed that. Wow, it's actually a really good skill then.
Schizo.
He fletched X for the 26 months. Welcome back to the Go Gang. Alright, what about the rest of his kit? AoE attack, self-demonic and divine damage, and another battery, or just the first battery. Oh yeah, it's not divine damage, it's divine defense. Okay. Looks okay, a bit niche for sure. If you're not fighting demonic or divine, it's pretty underwhelming, I would say, for a 6-turn cooldown. But if you are fighting at least one of those things, I would say it's pretty fair for 6 turns. And if you're fighting both of those, then it's actually very solid for 6 turns. So yeah, it depends on the matchup, I guess. Third skill, you get the quick buff, crit damage, and anti-evil. Oh yeah, he has so many like different niches, huh? So he's like anti-evil, demonic, divine. Oh my god, this man does it all. At least his unique stacks are universal. Anti-berserker append. That's nice. And in the MP itself, no normal effect besides the heroic king stacks, okay. And then quick resistance down for 3 turns after damage. Good number, but after damage, a bit sad. I would say the MP is okay. It's not amazing, it's okay. Let me actually, I'm gonna look at the sheet for looping damage comparisons here between him and Okitan. From what I remember, they're similar, right? Yeah, they're actually very similar. Like, basically interchangeable, it seems like. Huh. Yeah, even their refund seems to be similar. Yeah, okay. For farmers, they seem about equals, honestly. But maybe if Charlie has his, anti-demonic up or anti-evil, then he probably wins, obviously. But otherwise, they seem like pretty much interchangeable for farming. And having said that, they're both definitely on the better side of quick farmers, like, in the game. All the anti-evils for crit damage. Oh, okay. Well, then it has to be anti-demonic then, for more damage on the MP. It's a shame because in farming he can't really use his stacks, right? Because he gets those for getting hit, right? I wish it was like when hitting or something. It would be a bit too OP probably, but yeah. So that you can't really utilize that in farming at all, which is a bit of a shame. I would agree that, yeah, Charlie seems a bit more like CQ oriented, but to be honest, he still does fine in farming as well, right? Like, the numbers are still pretty much the same. But if you want to get the most out of his kit, then it's definitely not on farming. See ya, Kudo. Hey, happy belated birthday, man. What skill levels do I recommend for Saito for this node? If you're running the same comp as I am with the same CEs, you can probably make do with 6s. Because as you can see, my refund does a bit more than needed. They're very interchangeable, which is sad. Why is it sad, though? Are you saying you're biased and you want to see one of them crush the other? If anything, it's nice that there's options. Like, both look decent for, farming. Not even decent, good, actually. Especially among quick stuff. Can you get stacks for Black Rail damage? Oh! That's a good question. Does that work? I assume no. But yeah, no way it works, right? It has to be like an attack, I assume. Pretty sure it doesn't work on Super Bunyan either, so it shouldn't work on Charlie either. Does anyone know? It doesn't? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's taking attacks, not damage. Can you loop with Yagyu? I don't actually know. I assume he doesn't fully loop. Should I try? Maybe I should, because mine is grailed. I never actually tried. I assume he doesn't do it though. But you know what? Maybe I could try. You try with Yagyu and he loop fully. Did you use smiling face MOB like I am using here? No. Ooh, how close were you? Were you on like Black Rail? If you were close, it should actually fix it then. I'm pretty sure it will fix it then. I'll try it next run, honestly. Because you don't need Black Rail here if your MP is high enough, so you might as well go for the gains. And this also increases by a face card follow-up potential. What bond is my Yagyu? 10. So yeah, Charlie, he's good. He's good. What can I say? He is good. The MP seal on his first skill, right? If someone else has given him an invul, it still seals him, right? It's like if he has any invul at the end of that skill, he seals himself, right? Whether it be from that skill itself or from someone else. I assume it just happens whenever he has invul and he uses that skill. That's what it sounds like. Did you do the assassin note today? I did not. In fact, I've missed some already. I've missed at least 3 or 4 of them. It's fine though. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about the Trunk sisters. They're very interesting. I feel like they are underrated, honestly. It's like maybe it's wrong to say underrated because they're so similar to like Dioscuri and Benienma as well. Like those 3 are like the trinity of single target SSR, like you know, sabers of the arts kind. Like they're all good, but now then then you just have to place them in an order or whatever or similar. So let's see what we're working with here. Attack is pretty good. AoE attack and arts. It's only 15%, but it's a good uptime, okay. Second is self card types up, and then oh yes, they have the weird like counter synergy, where with the second skill active using red increases your arts performance, right? Yeah, and the vice versa. Also, wait, I got a drop. Yo, let's go. That didn't take too long. Okay, I finally got it. Nice. Oh yeah, let's try one more run with Yagyu, just to see if it works. But yeah. So they had the really interesting, like, they buff each other. So it's not the best when it would be obviously better if they buff the same card type they're using. But, you know, it's not bad. Also, wait, it's a 4-turn cooldown? Wait, really? Really? It's a 4-turn cooldown for 3-turn effects. I never noticed that. That's kind of crazy. Okay, that's nice. And then the final skill is battery, AoE MP generation, nice, and also AoE crit resistance. Yes, okay. Hey, that's nice. So they're not like they're like half like supporty as well, which is cool. I don't hate that, you know. Passives, nothing crazy. And the MP... Oh yeah, they have the cool AoE HP per turn on the normal effect. It's 1k every turn for 3 turns on every MP use. Like, that is actually huge, right? Because the MP is very spammable as well. You can get like so... Like, there is so much healing, right? That's kind of crazy. Like, you can stack that. So you will have like 2,000-3,000 health coming to the team every single turn, like, which should be a fairly easy way to you know, keep that up as well. I wonder if I do need my skills here. I don't. Let's see if it does it without. It might not. And the OC is also AoE red and blue for 3 turns. Wow, I really like the MP actually. Like, they're really good for long fights, right? They're really good for long fights. For shorter, I would probably go with Dioscuri, because Dioscuri with downtime, kind of poopy. But honestly, this looks nice. I think they're really good for long fights. Okay, that's not even close. You definitely have to use your skills. Okay, I had a feeling this was going to be the case. You know what, I might as well use the seals and see what the difference is if I use, like, the 3rd skill here. This should help quite a bit. It still might not be enough, though. I just want to see. So yeah, I think Trunk Sisters, very good. They're very, very good. Probably like A+, honestly. They look really good. I like them. I'm guessing their damage is not like crazy high, but they're still going to be doing consistent damage. And yeah, their team utility is really nice as well, which supports like Castoria and others who like those shared buffs to have them. I do. Also, yeah, that wasn't even close to being enough. Oh well, it was a fun little experiment. I might as well all in with the seals at this point. Look at me, mom, I'm looping. So yeah, I had a feeling he can't do it as well as Saito does. So yeah, those are all the... Now we've covered all the units that they added since last year's tier list. Because last year the latest one was Okita Alter Summer. And after that we got 5 new ones that we just talked about. So those were the biggest question marks for me. We can still talk about like whatever, like anyone else. But those were the big question marks for this year for sure. You think in this note it's best to use 2 Saber DPS? Or just use Saito and 4 turn it most of the turn, guaranteed. It's fine. Thanks for the experiment, yeah, no problem. Saber Latutis. I don't think... does any other Saber refund as much as single target art Saber, as much as Saito? I'm sure no... I'm pretty sure no one else can do that. Yeah, he's just really high on that number. Because he has another thing going for him. Like, 1, his MP is high hit count, and 2, pretty sure he applies the arts res down before damage, right? I'm gonna check right now. Pretty sure it's before damage. So, when you think about that, that really adds to the refund. Yeah, it's 20% before damage. That's huge for refund, honestly. I guess we might as well talk about Saito then. Let me actually MLB the C as well. His MP normal effect, crit chance down, 20% 3 turns, space, and then that arts res down 3 turns before damage. It's good, it's simple, but it's good. It's very nice. There's gonna be a big shuffle between all the single target 4-star, you know, art sabers as well, like last year. Most of them are actually very good. And in most cases, I would say it's so close to each other overall that there really isn't like one that truly stands, like, at least not a lot compared to the like a lot above to the others, right? So a lot of them just tend to be really good. Alright, he has his red blue star bomb. Okay, yeah, pretty good. Basic Eye of the Mind true, and then the one thing I don't really like his 3rd skill, because it's only attack buff and crit buff for 3 attacks, 3 turns. Obviously the crit is easier to make work because it doesn't consume it unless you crit, but the attack buff is consumed on every attack you do. So this doesn't even affect the full Brave chain, which is a real shame. That's why I hate 3 attack buffs, because it ends just before you get to the extra card. And if you have like if you manage to get the jackpot on him, which is MP Arts Brave chain, that extra would do so much damage. You would love to have that attack buff on that too, but sadly it will always end before that. So it's a bit awkward. Which classes have good standout servants? I would say every class does. Alright, let's go to JP. Is White Garden good outside the event? No. Is usable, but I will personally never use it. Hey Joao, how's it going? You maxed out your Astray a few days ago and she does insane damage? Yeah, dude. I'm getting Arthur's buff tomorrow? I don't remember. I'm guessing yeah. I forgot when it happened. Well, Pretender has Oberon, and Assassin has Koyan, if that's what you mean by that. See ya, Fox. Thanks for being here. Hey Merlin, how's it going? So, who else should we talk about? I have a good opinion on most of the ones from last year, honestly. Altera post buff usable. Oh yeah, she's actually really good for buster looping now, right? Let me look at her numbers again. Well, maybe not amazing, but you know, very doable for sure. You know, I thought the numbers were a bit better, but not really. Okay, I mean she's still, yeah, she's at least now she has a place, right? She's good for farming, but is she amazing? No, not really. You probably wouldn't be able to even do anything neutral with her. She would probably has to be like class advantage for sure. Now granted, it is funny though because she still like basically has the best, like, yeah, she does have the best numbers for AoE Buster Sabers, I suppose, with all of them running the highest damage count possible. You know, not counting for any potential niches, if they even have any, I forgot. So it's interesting. Yeah. I mean, Arturia, here's the thing. Arturia actually doesn't do as much damage, but she's way easier to use. And I mean, well, I guess she actually does do more damage on waves 1 and 2, quite significantly so, but she does lose on wave 3 damage. And she's overall just way easier to use, which I also like. You can do so many comps with Arturia. Altera, it has to be double Witch Oberon. There's no other option. Like, literally, there's no other option. Well, you could do double Oberon, but that's just worse. What do you think of the next? Okay, I don't know, Cotter. I'll roll for the new stuff. What about Mordred? Mordred, does she do the least damage of all of them? I think she might be the weakest. Yeah, she is. Of all the SSR AoE Buster on farming, she does the worst on numbers. Kinda sad, actually. Those numbers are not... Like, even her turn 3 damage... Oh my god, it's fucking loud. Ah, it's a good song, though. Like... Compared to the other 3, it's kind of weak. They need to buff her more, or something. They need to buff more... Get it? Fun. I forgot if I needed to have Oberon or her first skill here. I forgot. I haven't been running this comp too much. Oh, I was supposed to use Castoria as MP. Well, I can still do it next turn, although that might fuck my face cards. Because this will need a face card on wave 2. She's best for farming sabers. I see what you did there. Okay, this should kill. In fact, I don't even need Castoria's MP now because I have double arts. Did I hear Hunter x Hunter might get cancelled? Well, that sucks. What about Saber Alter? Her numbers are kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. They're not amazing either. Like, honestly, this is kind of the cold truth. I think a lot of, like, for Buster looping, mostly it's not worth it for under 5 stars, right? It's usually, at least on the really high difficulty nodes, it's just not, it's not gonna be good enough. Unless you have, like, an amazing copy of the Servant, which obviously doesn't go through the criteria of the tier list. So, there's that, I guess. Sumanai is easier to loop, because you don't need a super scope. And he has better wave 3 damage, although his damage on waves 1 and 2 sucks. At least on high difficulty. I think we're talking about different HXH Percival. I think you're talking about the shitty ecchi that had that on its name. I'm talking about Hunter x Hunter here, dude. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter, that doesn't sound like you're talking about the correct one. Okay, that's pretty funny. Pretty sure you're talking about the shitty ecchi that no one ever talks about. Just because it had the HXH in its name. I'm pretty sure that exists. That's funny though. No, that's not DXT. There's a different... Yeah, DXT is a different thing. But there is a show. I forgot the full name. It was something HXH. Something like that. It was also an ecchi. It had HXH on its name. Like, not even... Like, yeah, Muso Gaku and HXH. There you go. Like, it's not even a shorthand. It's literally like that in the name. Yeah, that I think that's what he was talking about. There you go. Yeah, no one really knows about that show. Probably for a reason. Anyway, let's use Castori MP this time. Not fuck this up. How do you recover from horrible rolls? Quickly did you dirty. Well, you're not gonna like this, but time. As time passes, the salt will, you know, lessen. There's not much else you can do about it, honestly. It hurts when it's fresh, but then slowly you'll forget about it. You thought I don't watch ecchi? I don't. I haven't seen that, if that's what you thought. I know it exists, but I have not seen it. And yes, I don't like ecchi shows. You're right on that. What is ecchi? It's like hentai, but it's not hentai. That's the best explanation I can give you. On a really, you know, simple manner. Question marks? Oh, I thought that was obvious. Okay. So, it's show that where you usually see titties, like non-censored. You don't see, like, you know, dicks or vaginas. But you might see humping going on, and titties bouncing, and moaning. That's ecchi stuff. Not every ecchi has, like, visible nipples or whatever. It depends. There's levels to it, I guess. But, yeah. That's a better explanation, I hope. So it's lewdness to a degree that it, like, actually gets its own tag when there's enough of it. That's what ecchi is. It's hentai without the good bits. Yeah. You didn't watch Muto Tides? I did, but I never completed it. I should. Fucking amazing, dude. Like, ecchi with, like, tits and whatnot, I sleep. Ecchi with, like, nice-looking feet and legs, I'm awake. Hell yeah, that's my kind of stuff, man. Alright. Absolute woke moment. Oh yeah, back to the Saber tier list. Or the pre-discussion, I suppose. Getting derailed here. Okay. Let's see. What should we talk about? So, like, last year I didn't, like, we already had some 90++ stuff, right? Even when I did those tier lists, we had some. But I had no idea it was going to be, like, a continuous trend with, like, insane, like, stuff like this, like, right? So for stuff like this, it really, really limits, like, what servants are truly top tier for farming. Because this seems to be the norm now, right? Like, it's kind of stupid. So, if you want to be a top tier farmer, it requires a lot, right? It's kind of crazy. So I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna treat farming in the tier list, because obviously most farming servants can't reliably do this shit, even with the proper support. You just can't. So I don't know what I'm still gonna do about it, honestly. I don't want to put someone into like EX plus just because they can do 90 plus plus with realistic numbers or something. Just because most farming servants can't do it with those realistic numbers. Yeah, obviously it's a given that Oberon will definitely jump to the highest of the highest tiers. Just because of these nodes existing. If you don't have him, trying to do the min-turn these nodes is like borderline impossible. Unless you get like the best face card RNG with crits or whatever. Some kind of weird stuff that probably isn't consistent. So I guess when I'm looking at the list and I see sub-servants with lower numbers, like, you know, most of these servants will have like lower numbers here. That's just the thing. Oh yeah, Void Shiki can actually loop now, huh? It's pretty interesting. What a time we live on. It's not very pretty though, but you can do it. After the I don't think that buff existed last year when I did the list. It is very ugly, but it's doable, okay? Yeah, Shuten as well. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty funny. Shiki's numbers are pretty brutal, considering how, like, for considering it's an Oberon comp and she's an SSR, like, it's not looking good. Ay, 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 dude. Aren't they one hero MP? Exactly, yeah. That's why it needs to be a scuffed setup, because they can't do any other setups. Musashi is way better now, right? You mean Saber? Would I say way better? Maybe not. But is she better? Yeah. Sure. If anything, I kind of like her as a solo servant. It's not gonna be like a real, like, amazing solo option, but I like how much value, like, when you solo her after the buff to 5th form, it's kind of nuts. But obviously, not like nuts like Taira nuts, Van Gogh nuts, Herc Bansi nuts, nothing like that. It's pretty fun though. Like, you can basically get back to back MPs on Saber Musashi. Imagine that like 3 years ago. See ya, Watery. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, and obviously Mighty Chain is also a nice help. Honestly, for everyone that has a Gorilla deck, Mighty Chain is nice on solo. It's just amazing. For team comps, it's pretty bad though. In fact, there it's like, you know, better for the servants that have more balanced decks. Hopefully because of obvious reasons. But for solo, Gorilla decks just got a boost because of Mighty Chains. I forgot where I placed Musashi last year, honestly. I'm guessing an A or an A+. I'm thinking she's still like A or A+. One of those two, probably. I don't think she's like a top tier single target DPS. She's very good, but not like, you know, quite there. It's close though, right? Is OG Okita EX Naga's a quick meta? Probably not. Her skills are still like pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty bad. Her numbers are amazing though, obviously, but her skills are pretty bad. Musashi was A+ last year? Okay. I might still keep her there. Maybe last year she should have been A if anything. I think A+ sounds about right after the buff to 5th form. What quick meta? Well, they did changes to quick chains and then they brought mighty chains as well. So if when you start with quick now, you get a free 20% chance to crit, which is nice for quick chains. And you get the same 20% from mighty chains as well as a byproduct. And then I guess if we have a bit more options for like support, we have like Saber Scotty. Well, she's like half quick, half buster, but for in case of Okita, it's actually good because she has double buster card, which not a lot of people realize. Most people think OG Okita is like triple quick, but no, she's double buster, double quick. So she's actually really good with Summer Scotty because of that. Because she does have that nice, juicy, big buster crit damage buff. How about Saber Lily? Pretty sad. She's not like garbage, but again, would I ever really see a reason to pick her, even if you're low on options? Unless, maybe like when your account is new and you got like a copy or two from the FP gacha, she might be alright, you know? She might just be pretty okay. Like, definitely very usable. But as time goes on and you get like one or two other AoE Sabers, not just even Buster ones here, like honestly, most of the other ones could trash on her too. Will I treat them as an MP5 with Habitrot? Probably, yeah. I mean, especially Lily, because Lily was originally like a logging campaign servant, and then Saber Wars servant, and then FP servant. So there's been so many ways to get her for free. To make her good, what does she need? I don't think they can save her, honestly. They would need to up her attack a lot. Her skills would need to be a lot more DPS-y. The MP does okay damage, but again, it's held back by the shitty skills and the shitty attack, so... yeah. For quick loopers, is it better to get Saber Scotty or Oberon if you already have normal Scotty? Triple Scotty is big, honestly, is big. From what I remember... not only does it enable more servants to loop that maybe couldn't even loop properly to begin with on quick side, it's still really good for damage too. You might be better off with double Scotty Oberon for like overall damage. Well, not even overall, actually, triple Scotty is probably better for overall, but if you need that spike at the end, you're probably gonna do double Scotty Oberon, right? But triple Scotty is very consistent though. Very consistent for damage. And it enables a lot of quick servants to do Black Grail looping, which is big. Very big. Lakshmi buy after buffs. I need to remind myself of her buff. Wait, you said buffs? Does she have multiple buffs that I forgot about? Where is she? Okay, no. Oh, she only has one buff. Okay. Yeah, so they buffed the third skill, and this was after my tier list last year, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this wasn't there when I did that. It's interesting, actually. I think I placed her very high on the tier list. So now she has a quick up, which is cool. Oh, MP gain as well, right. Okay. And then with triple Scotty. What does the numbers look like, actually? Oh, and she can do double Scotty Shufu as well, which is cool. So if you do triple Scotty, the numbers are actually pretty good. Hey. Honestly? Yeah, dude. Those are not bad numbers. Yes, she was A. I'm thinking the same or maybe a plus higher, honestly. Yeah, the sheet is public. Do we even have a command for that, by the way? I just realized. I don't think we ever made a command for it. We probably should, because I refer to it all the time. But yeah, Jord made it, and it's public. I can link it to you right now. There you go. Most underrated Saber. Let me look at... I'm looking at the full list right now. Most underrated Saber. I think Suzuka is pretty underrated, honestly. She's really good after all the buffs. Strong as a DPS for sure. That's one. Who else? Honestly, Diarmuid Saber, not bad at all. I never see anyone use Diarmuid Saber, but he's actually pretty decent. I guess it, like, yeah, again, there's a lot of like single target sabers, not just like on you know, quick units. There's a lot of outside of it, so I guess people tend to forget he exists. Because honestly, like, let's say you have MP5 Hokusai Saber, obviously, right? A lot of people do. In that case, unless your Diarmuid is like high MP level, you're probably gonna just use Hokusai, right? But for those people that maybe missed Hokusai and, you know, maybe got spooked by Diarmuid, he's good. He's good. Is he a top tier single target DPS? No. Is he a consistent solid one? Yeah. So yeah, he's good. Oh my god, spoilers. You know what? I'm gonna skip on this because I haven't watched The Last of Us yet. The TV show. Sorry. I don't want to see that or hear that. Okay. Coping after the lead rolls? Yeah, totally. How many damage did I get last time? I got over 30. I think it was like over 30 at the final count after the banners. Which, yeah. Regrets. You have MP5 Diarmuid Saber, you never used them? Damn. RIP. How would stream quiz 3.0 work? Like, what are the questions and who quizzes who? I assume by that comment you've never seen any of the previous quizzes. So, okay, obviously, one, I can't tell you any questions beforehand because that literally goes against the thing. And two, it's gonna be Jax and me making the whole quiz, and I'm gonna be hosting it, and everyone in the chat can play it. There's gonna be a link for a site where you can choose your answers, basically, and it goes through questions. The one at the end who gets the most points just wins. So, that's basically it. Simple. They're always really fun to do, honestly. We'll probably have some prizes as well for the winners. I think last time we gave out a VIP for the winner. Can maybe even do something else too. Pretty fun stuff. Who won last time? Was the last time the one that where King Gil won? I forgot. That was the first or the second one. I don't remember. It's not a Kahoot because Kahoot sucks and you can only do like a handful of people for free. I forgot what the name of the website is, but I'm sure I can find it. It's also better for streams anyway. Quizzes, there you go, that's the one. Do you use any crit Cs? No. This is a black rail. Dude, I'm really worried for my throat tomorrow. Like, I haven't even talked today as much as I would talk tomorrow, and this is less than, like, 1.5 hours in, and I can kind of already feel my throat kind of starting to hurt. Fuck, dude. Dude, I really want to do the thing, man. Fuck, dude. Ah, man, that sucks. That really sucks. Dude, my throat actually is starting to hurt a little bit. Man. I'm gonna tell Plushy to do a lot of talking. God damn it, dude. Oh my god. This sucks. Yeah, I've been trying to drink a lot of room temperature water as well. Sadly, hasn't been helping because I think right now I'm just sick. My throat wasn't in the best condition before this, but now it's like 5 times worse than it was a week ago. And it was already pretty like iffy to do 4-hour streams a week ago. Now it's 5 times worse. So it can't be that it can't like naturally get that bad suddenly, right? It was slowly over time getting worse, which I was trying to fix, and then I'm pretty sure I got sick. I think I have a cold or something, because my throat is fucking messed up. If you looked in there, it would probably be bleeding or something. I don't even know, honestly. That's just for COVID? No, I didn't. I maybe should, honestly. I don't know. It's pretty bad. Like otherwise I feel great, I feel fine, you know? It's my throat, that's it. Like otherwise I'm normal, I'm doing fine, everything is okay. It's just the throat that is messed up. Yeah, Plushie will be with me tomorrow, yeah. Chicken soup helps, you think? Okay. Sounds like throat inflammation. Yeah, could be, honestly. Because otherwise I don't have a fever. I don't really like, my nose isn't blocked. I can smell, I can taste, everything is fine, you know? Like everything else you might get with like a normal cold or flu or whatever you want to call it. Only my throat. The one part that I really need for me to do my job is the only thing that's wrong. That's some E-luck right there when you think about it, right? Food with garlic. I eat garlic food all the time because I like it. What about Fergus after his buff? Was that new as well? I think that was after the list last year as well, right? Do I cough a lot? Not really. I only cough when I need to clear my throat, like, badly. Otherwise, no, I don't cough at all. It's only when I want to clear. So, what was his buff? Oh, it was the second skill buff. Wow, yeah, that's a huge buff. Compared, like, the skill went from, like, you know, D tier? C tier? To, like, freaking A tier, dude. It's a big buff to the skill. I still definitely wouldn't farm with Fergus at least, because it's not really possible anyway, because he has no batteries. But as a DPS, his MP still kind of sucks, even after the buff. Dude, year 1 buffs are rough, man. At least his skill, he has a good amount of damage and stuff with his skills now. Donald, are you kidding me? Have you ever had garlic? No one eats it raw, bro. What do you mean? Garlic is like, first of all, like you take a clove or two depending on how much you need. You don't need many. Then you remove like the I don't know, the exterior. I'm bad with English terms with this shit. Then you most likely either chop it into really small pieces, or you have one of those thingies where you can put it into a thing, and then you it's like crushes it to paste like stuff, and then you can add that to your food. Or you can also have garlic as a spice if you buy like a you know, a spice. Then it's like powder form. No one is gonna eat like have a garlic and then you just take a bite out of it. No, no one would do that. Don't do that. Like it would be such an overpowering taste if you just bite on a raw garlic. That's why you don't use a lot of it, you know, because it's very powerful in the taste. You don't use those crushers in Asia, you use chopping knife to smash them? No, if you mean like when you take a club and then before you remove the exterior, yeah, that's what I do as well. I take a knife and lay it on it, and then I just smash it once, and then you can basically peel it off easily. If that's what you mean, everyone does that. But I mean, like after you get the club outside of the from the exterior, then you put that into the crusher, and then it becomes paste. Oh, you're saying you just mince with a knife? Yeah. So both are normal, like cutting to small pieces with a knife or using one of those crushers. You get a bit more finer stuff with the crusher, but, you know, knife is fine too. You can get it really small anyway. Interesting poll, by the way. You sometimes put whole cloves of garlic into the broth. Okay, well, here's the thing, first of all. I assume you still don't eat the cloves, right? If you add it to a broth, I assume it's mostly there for flavor, right? For stuff like that, yeah, that's fine. If you don't eat, like, the full clove later. If you just put it like that into, like, something to give more flavor. It's like one of those, like a basil leaf or something, you know? You actually do eat the cloves from the broth? Really? That's probably a lot of flavor. Maybe a bit too much. Wow. Oh, is that index opening 1? Whoa. Rare. This stream is informative. Yeah, we went from talking about sabers to, you know, talking about food. I mean, honestly, we already talked about the biggest question marks, at least for me, which are, you know, the new units added after last year's list. I still have a vague remembrance of how I treated all the other units last year, and a lot of them will be similar. I might try and be a bit more a savage, though. And maybe 1 or 2 got buffs as well. But for the most part, not huge changes. Saber likes food, so it's relevant. Yeah, true. If Benny Emma is an EX, you will be mad and resign. No, she can't be EX, no. Like, she's good, but is she a top tier servant? You can live without Benny Emma for sure. That's fine. You don't need a Benny Emma. Especially when, you know, Trung Sisters and Dioscuri being permanent as well exist. Those 3 are very similar. There are differences that only some of them do, that the others don't. But on paper, for generic use, they are very interchangeable, I would say. It really, like, when you get to the really nitty-gritty specifics, then is where, like, one might just be maybe even considerably better than one of the others, you know? No, Dioscuri is permanent. Cold. Trung Sisters are limited, sadly, like Benny and Ma.
Don't give him the stick!
You know my dad?
I actually use Benny and Ma myself quite a bit, especially in my JP account. Should Benny get a buff? I think they could give her one buff, yeah. And it would probably be MP buff. Yeah. They could buff to her MP. In fact, does she even have normal effects besides the overcharge stuff? If she doesn't, then they should definitely do it. Where is she? I'm blind. There she is. Yeah, there's no normal effects like I thought. Okay, so yeah, they could definitely buff the MP. Like if you're fighting an enemy that is not chaotic or evil, the MP is terrible. There's nothing else besides those modifiers. Luckily, at least one of those usually exists on an enemy and on a boss, because you know most bosses have alignments. But yeah, besides that, there's nothing else. Her passives are really nice though, yeah. Really high ranks on the base ones, and then she has unique arts buff and skill seal immunity. Her passives are really good. Really good. I think buff removal would be nice. They could give it like ignore defense, invul pierce, buff removal before damage. If they ever do that with a damage buff to the MP, I think she's easy EX. If it's like a really nice, you know, new effect in addition to the standard damage buff. And since she does some AoE like supporting as well, one of the options would be like maybe team-wide buff removal resistance for like 1 time 3 turns on the MP. Now that could be cool. That would play into her support side as well. Okay, get the Saber buff, what would be? Does she even have anything that's not even buffed anymore? There's not much to... It's her Mind's Eye Falls, right? So I guess that would be the one to buff. I'm not happy with her buffs, I have to be real with you. I think all the buffs to her stuff is pretty shit. And like they could, I guess they could buff the MP as well. Yeah, MP hasn't been buffed, but I don't know, it might be a bit too damaging at that point. It's already pretty hard hitting MP. She's in an awkward spot for sure. I wonder if this kills, I actually don't know. Time to find out. Okay. Yeah, I'll think about it, Percival. Yours barely kills. Oof. I think Lancelot Saber needs a buff. They buffed him last year after the list, right? Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure. Let me look at what the buff was. Was it an MP buff? I think it was. Yeah. So the changes to the OC, it doesn't really matter. They doubled the OC 2k bonus damage. That's pretty irrelevant. But it now ignoring defense buffs and also dealing way more damage is actually really nice now. Well, this sucks. Wow. I think the MP, like, did I miss a 90 as well for the crit? Or did the MP just roll really low on damage? Maybe both. This is very bad, needless to say. In fact, I think I will die here. You know what? I'm not going through this. I'm gonna let my waifu win. Okay. It's fine. Is Masha gonna be an EX plus with the new buff? Why would she be at EX plus with her new buff? Are you saying I would still count that with her OG form as well? We have Orthodox and OG separately, if you remember, Bazab. Use Pope, her damage is not enough. Not with my numbers. I haven't maxed her skills, but it does. She can loop, but her damage still sucks.
Gow.
I will Orthodox Smash you fair after the buffs. Well, there's only one new buff after that. After the last year's tier list, right? Dude, I will die. Dude, I fucking hate this, man. I want to have a good time tomorrow, but it's gonna suck. It's gonna fucking suck. My throat starts to hurt already. It's like 1.5 hours into a stream. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. And it's gonna be worse tomorrow when I speak more. Fuck, man. Fuck. What a shitty-ass timing to get, like, sick or whatever the fuck this is. Oh my god. That sucks. That just sucks, dude. Hey, Lex, thanks for the 17 months. Welcome back to the Go Game. God damn, dude. This is terrible for timing. I had to delay the starting of the lists as well. God damn it. Man. Here's hoping I can, you know, recover soon though. Because this is terrible. No, pet the streamer isn't new if that's what you think, dude. That's existed for like a year or two at least. The only new one I added since Sunday I think is Schizo. Unless I forgot something. Oh yeah, we can do the Bazaar multi. Maybe after this run. What do you mean, Jax? Are you serious or are you just memeing with me? Because otherwise you're mistaking. I hope you're just memeing. Okay, you must be memeing. No one says that. It's not Shizo, it's Schizo. Are you serious? You think that's the way it's supposed to be pronounced, Jax? Are you kidding me? No, he's schizophrenic, dude. Okay, you're definitely trolling. Okay. Yeah, I know it isn't Karalak, but I'm not sure if he's serious or not. Okay. Have I rolled any of the other Valentine's servants? Anastasia. Yeah. And I will do one multi on Mordred soon. Which buff will I give to Deon to make her EX? It would have to be something disgustingly amazing. I do think Deon is underrated, but I'm not sure if I would ever see Deon reaching EX. Even if I even have bias, because I like using Deon. Is Nero Bride still a good art support? Well, she's not limited to just arts. You can use her in quick as well, I suppose. But mostly arts, I guess. Is she still good? Yes. Is she very meta right now? No. Castoria kind of killed her presence in the meta. Same for the most part with Tammy, at least when it comes to farming. But they're both good and viable. And not just limited to farming supports as well. And Bride herself can also be a DPS. Maybe not the best DPS ever, but, you know, certainly an okay DPS. Nikki has Makiba as now, please play. Or not, because apparently she's wearing a coat and apparently the entire player base is losing their shit over it, which I found really funny. Because apparently you can't even see the ass, so nice try, bro. I know you can't see the ass. Get wrecked, son. I've seen so many people mauling because of her coat. Oh, that's funny. What you talking about? They have a Chainsaw Man collab in Nikke where they added some new characters, including Makima, but you can't see her ass because she's wearing like a long coat that covers it, which is really funny. The game that is known for shameless, you know, ass vibrations, covered the ass of one of the most, you know, like popular waifus of the current year. funny. Yeah, I bet it was in the contract. I'm still honestly even surprised they got a Chainsaw Man collab anyway for a game that's clearly, you know, very fan service heavy. And then they were like, okay, we can give you our characters, but you can't loot them too much. So they had like to do like an awkward middle ground or something, right? Yeah. Stove Saber compared to Okita. That's always a competition, right? Yeah. There's always some rivalry there. Well, I do say this. Stove has the better skills for sure. And arguably the better MP as well. His numbers are quite not as good as Okita though. So there's that. She definitely wins on the numbers. But Stove has a more modern kit, which I like. Yeah, the MP is actually pretty solid. I didn't reach 3 billion points. You mean NA or JP? I mean, you just farm, dude. You do the special missions as well as you can as well, which helps. Yeah, I still don't like. Why did they give Saber Stove double arts? Triple quick or double quick double buster would have been so much better. Why is it double arts double quick? And then it's even more stupid when you realize that his third skill gives him Star Absorb for buster only for 3 turns. Now that is so backwards, it's not even funny. It's 3 turns, a normal card rotation. If everything goes according to plan, unless you have a setup where no one, like someone dies, you're gonna see that buster card 1 time. 1 time. So if you're gonna make it a joke, instead of being 500% for 3 turns of buster absorb, make it 1 turn of 5,000%. Even that would be better. It would still be weird, but it would be better. Because now it's very counterintuitive. It expects your servants to die to get more value of the skill. Or using shuffles or whatever. Kinda weird, dude. 5,000, that's a lot. For a 1-turn special card absorb? No, it's not. It's actually... some servants have that. Why can't he have that too? Some Sabers have it too. Lancelot has it for all cards for 3 turns. Because that's balanced. Yeah, Johanna has it for targeted on 3 turns. Granted, arts only, but still it's targeted. I think Bryn had a high number as well, right? On her targetable one. Hey Leon, how's it going? What do you think of Okita first skill buff? The normal attack buff? Let me look at the numbers again. I just don't really like her buffs, honestly. Yeah, again, it's also counterintuitive, because... So I forgot how the math works. Like, I think the card order was different than your usual card order. Maybe not. Maybe you still open with the MP while doing this. Yeah, probably, because it still helps the extra the most as well. It's just a weird buff. Very weird. And the skill is still weak in my opinion after that. Alright, I might go back to NA and do the multi next. We might even call it a stream after that, dude. Dude, my throat is actually kind of hurting right now. This sucks. I am scared for tomorrow, needless to say. Alright, what else can I buy? These nuts. Alright. Yeah, I'll be chugging some warm water for the rest of the day. Place your predictions on the multi-roll. It's on the Mordred banner. What's the verdict for those 3 rhymes? You're talking about tier list stuff? You're a bit early, man. Caster is not for many more weeks. But if you really want a quick opinion, I think she's underwhelming still after all these years, and she definitely needs more buffs. She's, I would say, way under average, considering the competition. She's like meh. Oh, it's funny, they have Mordred and Arturi on the rate up at the same time. The memes are real. When is Mordred 6 though? She's like 3, I think. What, Sumanai? He's actually decent. For a 4-star, he does very decent numbers for at least Buster looping, and that's about it. I would not bring him like... Sure, I get that there's going to be so many arguments about the fact that, oh, but against dragons, he's like an amazing DPS. I would still bring someone else. I'm not joking. I would still bring someone else. I don't care. It's only his MP that would do a lot of damage anyway. And his MP is not easy to upkeep anyway. Oh my god, this is the loudest thing I've ever heard. Holy shit. But yeah, Buster farming, he's actually fine. He does okay. Not terrible. He can easily farm like any normal Lancer nodes. Although, you still need the double Witch Oberon setup. Buster is art still? What? You're talking about Sieg? Didn't you ask about Sumanai, aka Siegfried? Not Sieg? Sieg is a caster. You said Sumanai's son. Okay, well, again, maybe a bit too early, considering that's the caster. But yeah, he's really good. As much as I hate to say it, he's a great arts looper. He's very easy to loop. So that enables him to run Black Rail easily as well. Alright, 1 multi here. Let's go. And we might just end the stream after this. Really unfortunate timing to get sick, man. I will try. I will like willpower through tomorrow if I need be. Even if it means I have to cancel the rest of the streams after that. I already delayed it so much because of the JP Valentines. I said I would start on February and I goddamn mean it, dude. I'm just gonna let Plushie take the wheel. Well, obviously I still talk a lot, but yeah. Maybe you seek and you never will. Yeah, that's fair. Start a semi-army school with all those copies. True. Oh yeah, the collab we're getting this year is Arcade, which is funny. I want to see Santa Suzuka, but it's like a 0.1% chance they're gonna bring Santa Suzuka, so otherwise I don't really care. She's the only thing I'm mad about for, you know, Arcade. Santa Suzuka. You can keep your Dracos and Noahs and male fucking Jacques and whatever. That's fine with me. I don't care. Tiamat, yeah, I don't care. Santa Suzuka, please. That's the only thing that I really want. Oh my god. She's so hot, dude. I think this multi might be a Sebi Rabi's mineral. When the collab starts. It's in April, right? Yeah, it always is. And it's like towards the end of April, right? Because of Golden Week, right? And there you go. Sebi Rabi's mineral. Bam. Okay. so be it. Congrats, doubters, you guys won. Alright, yeah, we might call it a day, honestly. Unfortunate. At least I got to talk about, you know, some of the servers that I wasn't, like, fully convinced yet, or haven't had too much time to talk about, so it's good to have some little base there. For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna try not talk too much for the rest of the day and just take in stuff that is hopefully helpful for my throat, and hopefully tomorrow I wake up feeling a little bit better as well. Because I do think, I think it's mostly because of a cold or something. Is also what I'm hoping, and nothing more serious than that. I might just do a COVID test as well. I might as well. So let's rule that out as well. I'm pretty sure it's not COVID, but I'm gonna do one of those later as well. But yeah, there you go. A very short stream today. We'll be back tomorrow with a hopefully full, and honestly maybe even overtime, because again, the tier lists always take a long time to make. But yeah, we'll be there hopefully, and hopefully, you know, everything goes according to plan. Plushy should be there. I'm gonna be talking with him, and yeah, hopefully you guys will be there as well. So for today, thanks for the subs, thanks for the resubs, thank you for the gifted subs. Thanks for the bits, thanks for the tips, thank you for the follows, and most importantly, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday, Friday, wherever you're at, and yeah, just pray for my health for tomorrow, pretty much. Anyway, hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.